Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris.
And I'm Sean.
And this is
Nerd to Nerd.
And today, we're going to be talking about
Spider-Man No Way Home.
So today's topic is going to be Spider-Man 3.
No Way Home.
No Way Home, indeed, sir.
Finally.
And I cannot wait to see this movie.
Super excited, man. I mind blown. All the things that we're hearing.
Yep, I cannot wait to see what Marvel is going to do with this. Now, according to comicbook.com, Kevin Feige is coordinating with Sony with the trailer and the marketing with Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's how you know this is really, really, really big movie. And which brings me to my point. When are we going to get a damn trailer?
Yeah, when are we going to get this trailer? I would love to know.
If I were to say my guess, it would probably be after Black Widow.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing from multiple places is after
You don't want
Black
to
Widow.
see Spider-Man, which is mainly Sony, block Kevin Feige's projects that are coming out because Spider-Man's Marvel's biggest superhero. So it would definitely put shade into all these other projects that are coming out. So.
Yeah, he probably wants to keep it separate because technically Spider-Man's still a Sony.
Yeah.
And you don't want to overshadow Black Widow, especially since it's been supposed to come out last April, May.
Yeah.
It's crazy how long ago this movie should have came out.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon, a couple of weeks after Black Widow,
maybe
hopefully it comes out.
July 20th, maybe? I don't know. 20 is a good number.
Right. That's a good number.
Yeah.
Definitely.
A good guess.
I think the fans deserve a trailer for this.
We definitely do.
Especially with all this talk that we keep hearing about this movie.
Yeah, and we even seen Jamie Foxx on Instagram post, then delete a few months back. Probably very hard to see. It's been on the internet, but I don't know. I'm sure they've been trying to get it off.
People save screenshots of
They
it.
do. They definitely do.
It's definitely on the internet somewhere. But what was it?
It was Electro in the sky, and the three Spider-Man, and it was like faded. It kind of looked like Miles Morales' Spider-Verse.
Right, and this started the talk and
Way back.
and the rumors of them doing a live-action Spider-Verse film.
It's out there.
Besides Jamie Foxx's post, there has been several different clues over the time.
There's been a bunch
about
Yeah.
there being a Spider-Verse.
Yes.
With Toby Maguire back from the Sam Raimi, trilogy, and
down with that.
even Andrew Garfield coming back. And one of the things was Argentina had an international trailer.
Yes, they did.
And they, in their language, they showed the film with the name, and then there was like a kind of like a glitch to it. And if you think about it, that's exactly the same thing that happened with the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, everything's pointing
cartoon
to
movie
that.
from Netflix.
Yeah, everything's pointing to that. I'd be amazed if it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they holding a trailer so long? This movie's supposed to come out in December.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, we got 5 months till its date. Come on. They wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah,
if it
how
wasn't-
can you keep something like that quiet?
Exactly. There's a reason. We know it. We see you.
Yeah, we see. We do see. We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it brings me to a couple other things. I mean, let's talk about the actors that are going to apparently be in this.
Let's
And
talk
we
about
saw a couple of interviews. One was Andrew
We
Garfield.
sure did.
And when asked during this interview,
It was so awkward.
It was really awkward. And he was like, no. He started laughing.
There are rumors galore that you will be in Spider-Man No Way
man.
Home.
Oh boy.
What do you think of those rumors?
Again, I feel like I'm in a game of werewolf, and I'm just saying I'm not the werewolf. I am not the werewolf. I promise you guys, I'm not the werewolf.
And it's just like, this guy's an Oscar caliber actor, and he overacted the crap out of it.
What people are talking about is a really cool idea, and again, I haven't received a phone call, but
It was so bad.
They can't say anything, but they could say something by doing certain things and acting outlandish and ridiculous.
Yep.
And William Dafoe has kind of done the same thing too.
The other things that I've been doing lately, I prefer to wait until we're ready for them to come out.
Yeah, I mean, these actors probably have NDAs that they have to sign, and they're not allowed to talk about it, so I can understand. But,
Of course.
Andrew Garfield didn't have to overact like that. You just got to play it cool like William Dafoe did.
Yeah.
When asked about what he's been doing this year, he said, "Oh, we filmed such and such earlier in the year, and my most recent projects, we'll just wait until it comes
Yeah.
out." He played it off cool.
Yeah, and he had a little smirk to him.
Yeah, a little smirk
Yeah.
to his little William Dafoe smirk.
Yes, who did play Green Goblin, so super interesting to see if he does come into the fold with this Spider-Verse,
Yeah, that would be
which
really
is
cool.
a lot of other speculation that's all over the internet.
Yeah, with all these clues, it just points to the fact that we might be having a live-action Spider-Verse, which would kind of make sense with what Marvel's doing with Wanda and Loki and Doctor Strange too. So I could definitely see that playing into the Marvel future.
Yeah, which makes me think I want to know what villains are going to be in this movie.
Yes.
Is there going to be one villain from each Spider-Verse? Who's going to be in Tom Holland's? Is this going to tie into Venom? What's
we
going on?
We already know Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro.
Yes.
From the Andrew Garfields, and Alfred Molina from the Sam Raimi verse has actually admitted he's coming back as Doc Ock, which is pretty cool.
That's sick, man. I mean,
Probably wasn't supposed to do that.
no. You can't say that you're coming back and then expect us to not believe that there's not going to be a Spider-Verse.
Exactly, because why would these characters be in this film if Toby Maguire and Andrew Garfield aren't going to be in the movie?
Yeah, what is
it
he?
makes no sense. It would
Just
make no sense whatsoever.
A random guy on the street? No.
Right? Yeah, no,
Exactly.
definitely not.
He's in it.
And I read that they're going to de-age these guys, kind of like, because obviously Alfred.
Well, it's a
Molina,
Spider-Verse, so you never know what could happen.
they're going to apparently get pulled from where they died in movies and get thrown into here. So obviously, because these actors are years older, they can de-age them. But
Absolutely.
it just shows that anything is possible.
Yeah. And Marvel will make it work.
Definitely will make it work. So it makes you think about the Marvel and the Sony future. So if you bring these Spider-Men into this movie, it gives Sony the opportunity to continue with a Spider-Man film because they own the rights to Spider-Man, and it allows Marvel to continue with Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
It's a perfect way for DC, for the MCU to continue with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and for
Definitely.
Sony to continue to go on and do their thing, and we could have two freaking Spider-Mans going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
Do you think that will have Marvel fatigue at all?
No.
No, definitely not. I'd be all for it.
No, I love Tom Holland. He's my favorite Spider-Man, so right on.
I think Tom Holland is great, but I think part of the love for him is because he's tied to the whole Marvel universe, whereas the other guys were just having the Spider-Man story. I mean, I like Toby, but
Toby was good.
I'm more a fan of Andrew Garfield, and I know his movies weren't as good as Toby, but the writing was a little, but I thought he was great. So this will allow them both to continue on with stories. Who do you think is going to more likely to be the Sony Spider-Man if they continue that route? Unless they go Miles Morales.
No, that's very, very, very possible, and I would love that because Miles Morales' Spider-Man is perfect.
Yeah.
We have never seen that story other than Into the Spider-Verse and the video game, which was really good. But if it's not Miles Morales, I'm probably going to say Andrew Garfield. His term as Spider-Man kind of got cut a little bit short. Tobey Maguire's was a very long time ago. Not saying that he couldn't do it, and he was an amazing Spider-Man, the one that I grew up with, and it was, what brought me into being a Spider-Man fan. But if I had to put $100 on it, I'd be betting Andrew Garfield. I think he's an amazing actor. He's proven himself worthy, and I don't see why not.
I think there's a lot more story to tell with Andrew Garfield's
Definitely.
Spider-Man. And
Yep.
I could see Toby coming in as like the older, seasoned Spider-Man, and he can be like the mentor type to Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And not only Tom Holland, but Andrew Garfield in a way as
you
well.
never know. He could be the one to maybe sacrifice himself to save the other Spider-Mans.
That would be a cool way to, go through with it. And then that'll allow Andrew Garfield to go with Sony and Tom Holland to continue with Marvel.
This is just a theory, but it does sound like a pretty good one if you
That
ask
would be a smart way to go.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Spider-Man?
No, I just want a damn trailer, Marvel.
We're waiting. You can check out Spider-Man 3 No Way Home this December in theaters. During the production of this movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, new information has come out.
From insider Daniel Rickman, according to him, we're going to start to see Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire in the second act of the movie, halfway through the movie instead of just a third act as what we were thinking were going to happen.
Really? Both of them? Not just one?
We're going to get 3 Spider-Mans with an S in the same movie from all of our childhoods in No Way Home.
That is absolutely amazing. And what's even cool about this is that they're not just going to be cameos. They're all going to be co-leads of this movie. So I hope the fans of Tom Holland do not get upset or disappointed, but I think it's a great opportunity to have all three of them together.
Yeah, and they've been Spider-Man for longer, let's say, because they're older movies, so it could show a leadership that Tom Holland might need going forward.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I think it's a really
There'll
good
be
idea.
a new mentor instead of Tony Stark since he passed on.
And maybe he'll be a better Spider-Man for it.
So I'm really curious to see how this plays out with the Twitter world, specifically the Spider-Man Twitter, because
Yeah.
they seem to hate on, some
Yeah.
people hate on Andrew, some people hate on.
Well, they're
Toby.
diehards, so whoever their Spider-Man is, they're going to stick to it.
Now, just imagine what they're all going to say when they're all together in the same
Oh,
movie. So
yeah.
there must be a lot
They're
of
going to
hatred
be
there.
singing Kumbaya, crying, and hugging at the end of the movie. It's going to be...
But I, for one, I
gonna
love
be
this.
One
I
big
absolutely
happy
love this.
family.
So, one other thing came out recently was a toy reveal with Funkos.
Yeah, really
And
cool toys.
Apparently, numbers 914 through 922 were not part of it, and they were blank. So we don't know what these are going to be. We saw new ones for Spider-Man, Ned, and we saw new outfits, but we don't know what these are going to be. So it makes you wonder, maybe it's going to be these villains from the other movies or other Spider-Man.
Yeah, now, of course, everybody's going to speculate that it's Andrew and Toby, but don't forget that a lot of people are saying it's going to be William Dafoe's Green Goblin returning. It could be Doc Ock. It can go in a lot of different ways.
Which, seriously, if it's all these new villains and Toby and Andrew Spider-Man Funkos, just take my money. I'll buy them all.
Selling off the shelves.
Oh, totally.
Back ordered for a year, probably.
Probably.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how amazing and important to the future of this movie will be if we get a Spider-Verse live-action movie.
That's probably, honestly, why they're still holding on to the trailer.
Yeah, no trailer. And, rumor has it, too, that even if they come out with a trailer or a teaser poster, they're not even going to include the Spider-Man. They want to milk this surprise as long as possible.
It's going to be hush-hush for
with all these,
long
rumors
as they
and
can,
stuff,
yeah.
and we know.
Yeah, a
We
lot
know.
of people know.
So, end of this year, check out Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, baby.
No
I
Way
cannot
Home.
wait. No Way Home.